Okay, guys, I decided before we get all nasty and we're super hot, it's actually a pretty cool day today. And it's a perfect day for me to just open everything in the camper, let the breeze through, and just kind of enjoy beautiful weather we're having today. Today only. Oh yeah, just today only. And I don't have to worry if it starts to rain, because all of these windows are, what are those called? Juice, I don't know. Juice windows, which is not right. Now, I'm not going to open the rooftop vents yet, because one of the upgrades I haven't done is the covers, the canopies that go over top. I want to pick up 3 canopies and put those up on top of the roof. Look at that window go. Look at it go. I may still have to open one of these to kind of suck the air in. Probably, if anything, the bathroom's over, the toilet, linoleum, all that sort of stuff if it does start to rain. Now, one thing you can do is don't open your cover all the way. That's going to suck air and push it in, and then push it out the windows, which I think is what I'm going to do. Just because, well, I felt like doing that. Yeah. And I love this tint. It is crazing at the edges, which is probably because it's not really super high quality tint. That was down there. I put carpet powder down this morning. Caught a couple of fleas. This area of North Carolina has been having tremendous flea issues. So if you're having flea issues, check out my flea control video. How to stop the fleas, step by step. Step by step, Willy stops the fleas. I don't know, stop the fleas with Willy? Let's flee on with the fleas. I think I'm gonna let that one push in and then let it, I really think I should be sucking. Try to suck the air out. I just don't know if that really does much unless I do them all. That one's out. That one's out. You know what I'm thinking? Do that one on low. It's going out, and that's on low. So that's the difference. Now this is a high quality, fantastic fan, I think. These are low budget replacements. And I do like them. I mean, the difference in price, if you're looking to replace all your vents, is well worth it. But I think, if I put that on low, let's see. I do feel it sucking some. Medium. High. And high, I can really feel it sucking. I'm just gonna run both on low. I think I got one on low, one on medium, didn't I? Do you remember? I don't remember. I don't really care. I can feel a breeze, which is what we need. Let me go back over here. I'm just gonna shut this. I'll leave all my screenage open. Yes, that's called screenage. And because I double tinted that window, you can see yourself on both sides. Look at that, guys. Look at yourselves. Look at you. I'm looking at you. This is how I look at you. You look like this to me. I just want you to know what it looks like and what I go through to film for you guys, because everyone I know thinks I'm crazy. So hit that subscribe button. Show them I'm not crazy. or show them I am crazy and you like crazy. Let's pick our trash up. I just chunked it out of the boat because I didn't have anywhere else for it. So I got our light. That's the adventure vehicle light. It comes with the adventure vehicle. Yeah. Rechargeable. Works great. You can use it in the engine bay. You can use it when you're camping. You can hang it from the trees. You can hang it in your tent. The only thing is, it's not like it lasts all day. Like even on low. There's only 2 settings, low and high. And even on low, I don't think you're going to get more than maybe 5 hours of light out of it. So just keep that in mind. And we're going to get our rubber down. You got to have your rubbers. Everybody's got to have their rubber on. Get your rubber out, slide it where it goes. Lift that, slide it over here. Oh yeah, right there. Now, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Okay, it is 10:11. Let's see how long it actually takes to take this out. These are not easy. But the fuel line is starting to get all kinky and weird. I think what I'm actually going to do, if it'll fit, I think it'll fit though. Slide underneath. Just to there. No, that really sucks. Okay, so I'm gonna lower the light output because that's too bright for me. It's all in my eyes. I won't be able to see nothing. Okay, all the way back in the corner here. And it's not rounded. So I should be able to set it at a couple of different angles for us. But whether you're gonna be able to see or not, it's another question, guys. What I'm gonna do is spin you guys off of here. This is where having the multiple mounts is very nice. One of the main reasons that I did that system. Let's flip you guys around here. Let's get you up. Get your little ball going there. I can move you around just a little. We'll slide you guys underneath. And I think I'm actually going to rotate you up just a little. There you go. Let's zoom in. I don't know what that's going to do. It may throw it all out of focus when I get my arm in here. It may focus up on my arm. Okay. So you can see where I'm at though. All the way back in here is where I've got to get with my tool to get that thing undone. I know. I know. Don't look, guys. I fully 100% understand. I'm hoping that 36 inches will be enough. I don't know that it will. Can't get there. I'm gonna get these 2 clamps off first. Let me loosen them a little more. They're right here. You can't see them. Right there. So we're going to take 1 and 2. Got both of those clamps off. Now we're going to slide up in here and see. I got to rotate it just a little more, but I don't know what it's hanging on. Okay. I'm going to try to rotate back the other way because now I figured out where it was and I got too much, but it's pain. There we go. Okay, so I got them both down. It's about the only way I can probably get them. And I'm literally just going to lay in here with my arm. I'm just still hopeful, guys, because they don't fit through the boat. Now I'm going to stick my screwdriver behind this piece of wood. I really hope I don't drop it. And nothing like comes running out at me, because, well, that'll freak me out. Totally. Now don't forget, you got to get 2 clamps back up in here. No, yeah, with a ground wire. Yeah, a ground wire, I know. I'm like, what in the heck? I'm hoping the ground wire is actually attached to the filler. It may not be on the straps. It may go right to the filler. In that case, we can pull it out with the filler and the hose.
reinstall it with the filler and the hose, and then just put our clamps on. We'll put our hose together, slide our clamps up, and then start tightening our clamps, because you'll never get them up and you'll never get them tight enough to well, make that work. Okay, so it might be better with a ratchet. Let's see if I can get it though. Nope, I got it. But I'm thinking a ratchet may have worked okay. So far, nothing's jumping out at me. Nothing's trying to get me, but at this point, I'm gonna grab the clamp, the first clamp, slide it down, see if it'll come down the hose, and it is. Got right to the fiberglass spot. You gotta bend the hose a little. Then there she come right on down. Come on, baby. So she was coming right on down until she got right there. There she goes. Slide on. Slide off that hose. Come on there. Keep working around. I've at least got it out now. Ow. Wow. Just smacked myself right in the head on the bottom of the boat. On the bottom of the deck side, I guess you'd say. Okay, so we're going to loosen this a little more to make our life easier. Now, stuff like this, keep your clamps and stuff stainless, adds up really fast if you're doing your own boat. Try to reuse what you can. I'll try to show you what you can and can't reuse. There is, you know, some stuff that's easily reused, even in questionable condition. It's some stuff you're going to be like, nope. Hose clamps are one of those. There's going to be a lot of hose clamps that you'll take off and you won't want to reuse. Okay, and that wire is definitely perfect. It's attached to the right place, so it's attached to our filler neck and not the hose clamps. I've seen them on the hose clamps before, that's why I say that. Get there wrong. Okay. Now this hose on any boat is really always a pain. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not even gonna try to tell you that it's not a pain, because it is. Fuel filler hoses are stiff, tight, and hard. Okay, so just slide that right off of the hose shaft. And now, let me get you a better view. Which is, I don't know. That view's gonna suck. Now we gotta go to something else, huh? Huh? Ooh, I ate fried chicken yesterday, and it's telling me this morning, that's for sure. It is like, Willie, you had some fried chicken. I hope it was really good. I'm like, not really. Not that good. I mean, not good enough that I want to be like, you know. Okay. I think I got you in a pretty decent little location there, because this is the piece right here we're going to take out. I'm just reaching into the boat and grabbing that hose and trying to rotate it till I get the bend. There was a bend in that hose, and I'm just trying to free it. There we go. Okay. And it should all, hopefully, wire and everything will come out together. There we go. Just like that. And you can see where that is screwed in, but you can also see where that wire has been crimped. I don't think it's cut, but what I will end up doing probably is cutting that, putting a new ring on there and putting it back in. And as you can see, that ring terminal, it's okay, but it really, there's a gap in there, so that's not the right size ring terminal that they used. Now this can be difficult. Let's see if it'll come. Oh yeah, baby. She's gonna come right on out of there. And out of the hole she comes. And then we can see this end of the hose. Your wire starting to come through. Now this end, we can see is not really bad. Okay. It was this end here. And you can see those are all cracks. Crack, crack, crack. That's a crack all the way, you know. It's not all the way through, but it's through the outer coating, which means this is gonna start having issues. So we need a new piece of that. It's on the list of things to order. It's actually already in the cart. It's just not ordered. In the cart, not ordered, so we'll get that ordered. Okay, so that's done. Now basically everything back here is done. I just need to find a place to keep stuff up out of our way. Otherwise, we're gonna run into some issues where we're gonna get fiberglass and stuff in like this if it starts falling down on us. I'm literally just gonna bend the wire up around itself to keep it up out of the way. That hose clamp right here fell off, so we're good there. I just set it up on the side over here. And everything else under here looks good. Oh, a leaf. So now we're gonna get our screwdriver back together. Look, this is something I always do. If you're helping a tool guy and you got these screwdrivers that come into pieces, always try to throw the bits back in. Okay. Now see, I can set the shop light right there. And I mean, I can illuminate the whole deck if I need to. Now's when the work starts, guys. Not gonna lie to you, this is when the work is really gonna start. I'm gonna try to get you a spot where maybe I don't have to worry about you. You're kind of out of my way. Maybe we won't knock each other down. And what's that view look like right there, guys? How's that look? Move you in a little closer. Let's try that. Okay. Can I go out at all? No. Rotate you a little bit. Not like that though, hold on. How about that? I think that's pretty good. Okay. This is all of our damaged area. And in order to fix our damaged area, well, we're gonna throw our safety glasses on. Whew. And we're gonna find a grinding mask, which is in my pocket still, yeah. I get all of this stuff out of my pockets. Now guys, you may ask, well, why are we grinding this? Well, you've got to get to something, some grit that glass and epoxy can stick to. Now we're using epoxy resin. And unfortunately, it's the most expensive way to go. If you don't know if it's polyester or vinyl ester, you need to use an epoxy resin, from what I've been told, to get it to stick. I just switched completely to epoxy resins. You get a great performing product. It is more expensive. At the end of this, I'll tell you how much it was just in supplies for this job. And, well, you might be able to find somewhere you can price stuff out a little cheaper. I found stuff online before, and people have extra products they're not using and they'll sell them cheap. There's always ways to save money on a project, but to save money, it generally requires a good bit of pre-planning, because you're gonna have to kind of piece your stuff together. And that's where, when you're doing something like this and there's a time limit, you just gotta pay what you gotta pay. But we're gonna do 2 layers of 1708, maybe 3. And we're not pulling the wood. We're not pulling the old core. The old core is, I'm not gonna lie, the old core is basically gone. And when I say basically gone, I mean structurally. It's not falling apart. It's not like literally breaking off in my hands, but structurally it is done. So short of doing what the other guy did, which is cut out more floor, and replace the wood and glass everything back in, both sides. See, that's the thing. If you're putting wood in, your edges, your top, your bottom all need to be sealed. And 99% of the time, that doesn't happen. If he had replaced this with like a Kusa board, which is a foam board, it would probably be totally fine. But that's not what's put in here. Plywood went back in, which is what they did in the day. So don't, like, you know, Kusa board and all those composite materials, they are a newer material. So if you haven't used them, I'm not surprised, because really, I don't know, I'm going to say the last maybe 10 years that I've been working on boats, it's more common to find foam coring. Before that, everything's wood, and most of the time people go back in with wood because it's cheap. This method is less time consuming if you're just trying to do a small deck area. Super strong. I've had no issues with strength ever. I did a deck plate in a heavy walk area like this, and it worked out fabulous. And it was because I couldn't remove the deck. Look, the fact of the matter is the deck was a built-in deck. Only way to really fix it was to pull the top cap on a 30-foot boat with a cabin on top of it, flip it, cut everything out from the back side, and put new in. That was the correct way to fix this boat, which wasn't going to happen. Now, I would say at some point someone fixed this boat incorrectly, which is what we've kind of got going on here. This section of floor was bad, and they've cut like a big weird square out. I'm not quite sure. It looks like maybe they screwed the console back in, glassed it in. I'm not sure. I don't know. I just know this is a repair that did not take. And look, even here, I mean, both sides you can see. So they never glassed the actual boat together right here or here. And it looks like same thing here. There's a crack or a cut. Like maybe they cut it right there, but that's a hard cut to do, I would think. I couldn't do that. That's the razor knife. So I think it's actually just cracking here. It's cracking here, here, and see, because this is just filler. We're going to start, yeah, that's rubber. See, that's the rubber stuff. All that's got to come off. You got to get something that when the glass grabs and the epoxy grabs, it's not just going to peel right back up. So let me set you guys here, throw my mask on, and let's just start grinding, guys. Let's just get into it. I don't have shoes or socks on. What I'm going to do, slide into my sweatsuit. Oh, this is a sweatsuit. We're going to just sweat everywhere. We're going to take it off, turn it inside out, and just let it drip dry, because this is going to take, guaranteed. I'm going to zip it partially up, trying not to trap as much heat as I can. So I'm just going to zip it to the zipper. Have our gloves, and guess what I can't get to now? That's right, my mask. Still in my pocket. Now this will keep, obviously, all your clothes and stuff will stay clean. You don't have to worry about it. But this is going to be a little on the warm side. Is my drink finished? My drink may not be finished either. So we got our gloves on. I got a little bit left. I'm going to move back to the front. Okay. And I guess I got to step out and just grab my dirty shoes. Well, because I'm going to start bringing off pieces of glass. And, I don't want those pieces of glass in my pieces. Yes, they will get right on in there for you. Okay, so now we're just going to would be the low light. And I think I'm just going to kind of start here in the center and then work my way out. All right. Turn it on. Safety glasses. I can't see anything. Okay, so I got my glasses off because they were just fogging too much. I couldn't see anything. We're just going to pick this up. So I just really sucked up all the loose stuff. Now we got to do some detail work in this corner. So I think I'm just going to bring you guys down to my level and see if I can't get you under that steering wheel maybe. That's a pretty good view right here, I think. Let's see if I can get you guys a little more rotation. And up just a little. Okay, so we're going to prep this area. Now, this area is finished gel coat. And I think what I'm going to do is switch over to the sanding disc to see how it does. Okay, so that battery pack's done. Now, it wasn't charged. Well, it says 3. It says it's got 3, so I don't know what's going on with that. The battery pack issue like I think it is. Okay, so we're getting back in here. And I'm going to cut my glass. And then it's got to come around this corner, but there's nothing to attach to. So I've either got to get in here and try to get this molding loose. It's a big old spider right there. See, you start to disturb stuff. That's why you got to be kind of careful. Never can tell what's in an old boat. That's really the way to fix it, is to get in here. That's just a screwed in panel. Oh, right there. I see a screw there. It's probably got a screw somewhere else. Let's see. If we can get that, then we can actually, what we're going to do is come around the corner with the glass, probably, unfortunately, up to here, which is above the carpet. But when we lay carpet in, we could just bring the carpet up to the edge like this. Instead of having all that glass, just come up to the lip on the seat, which is right here, and just follow that around and bring it into that edge as best we can. Glue it in first and then try to get our edge over top. But that's going to give us more support. And it's actually going to bring us up into this area, just like this. So we'll have a better cab. Now, I want you to look at this. I'm going to bring you in close. So here, you see the blue? So they didn't even grind this piece back. They just glassed right to the outside gel coat, it looks like. If anything, they may have sanded it lightly. Oh, wait. Well, there's an edge there. So they must have hit that before they stuck that in. It looks like they just skipped it. I like to get back into real glass and see how they cut that there. So we're going to get all of this cleaned up. in here, what am I going to do in here? Well, I've got a special square sander I can get in there. We can sand that edge, and then we can come up and sand right across. And probably just come all the way even. I don't think I want to go that high. I'm only going to go up about an inch because I've got all of this lip. But I've got to get up over that cut right there. That cut's the issue. So I think if we come up at least an inch and across, we're, what, about 3/4 of an inch above that cut. And that should be good. Okay, so now we are on to section number 2. I'm not going to worry about pulling that yet. I probably should, but I'm not. Hit the back one more time before we get stuff everywhere. Assess these plugs. I know, it just gets better and better, doesn't it? Yeah, we're going to assess these plugs, which means we need a flathead screwdriver. Just happen to have one here. Okay, and we're just gonna get in here and see maybe what's going on here. But these are plugs they've cut. See, there's foam underneath and some mixed in wood. That's our D-lam, by the way, if you didn't know. That's what that D-lam is. Now, I don't know if that means they just skipped over and didn't replace the wood. It is possible. And I don't even know what type of foam this is. I mean, this could be some Home Depot crappy expandable foam, which is not what's in the boat. It's not the same stuff. What I'm hoping, though, is that get some of this cleaned out. And then I'm going to actually saturate the underside with epoxy to reattach it. I'll show you how to do that. So essentially we will go ahead and reattach the existing glass to the wood. I'm hoping that kind of makes sense. Leave me a comment when I make sense to you. Just, I don't care. Thumbs up, a heart, a smiley face. It doesn't matter, whatever. Okay, now guys, so let me get out of AE, back in autofocus, which is not what we want. Well, we do. I'm sorry. We want autofocus, but it's in lock. There we go. If it touches the screen for a while, it goes into lock mode. Or I'm touching something. Ooh, I'm dripping. The phone's dripping. Literally. Big old drop of water. Well, and that's because I am dripping. Which means, guys, it's time. That's it. See, that's all I could take in this suit. And watch. It's like a sauna. It literally. It's just look, it's like wearing a sauna suit. I mean, I couldn't do it all day long. I really could. If I worked in a fiberglass, that's why I don't work in a fiberglass factory. Let me just take that right on back. 100% why I don't work in a fiberglass factory. I couldn't wear it all day. Couldn't happen. Okay, look at this. I don't know where that just fell from. Look at that thing. Came from somewhere. Okay, now I'm gonna get some light. We're gonna take a real close look at this deck. I think understanding is half the battle. Just understanding what you're doing, how far you should go, where's too far. You know, and everybody says, oh, well, that's about what you personally know. Not always. It's not always about what you personally know. Sometimes it's out of your control. Oh, there's a wasp. Whoa. So we definitely have mud daubers in there. He just flew out from that corner. I'm not going to be over at that corner. I don't know where it came from originally, that nest, but that mud dauber just came out of there. I'm going to get our flashlight. I'm going to turn our flashlight up. And we're going to look at what we got going on here. I'm going to try to explain it, and I'm not even sure I know, okay? Well, you got a line here. That's definitely a fix. Now, I don't know if the fix was behind or in front. This may all be original, which I'm thinking that's original. And you can see it's D-lam, see? See how it goes up and down? That's D-lam. There's nothing you can do about that other than we can backfill all of this with epoxy. I can make some thickened epoxy, pour it in there, and that makes like a glue. And then we got a battery sitting right there. And we have to do each spot individually because we have to hold that spot down. And then like right here, we'll have to hold that spot down. All through here is de-lammed. So in order to get that to reattach, now I can tell you why it de-lammed. They put a new board in here. Can you see this? Let's see if I can zoom you in. I just want you to see. So this is matte, okay, which is not what you want to use. It's a porous material. You see the big holes in it? Yeah. They never really finished it. It should have a thin layer of what's called veil, which is like a mesh. I know you've seen it before. It's like this, but it's a finer mesh. So that is woven. That is structural. This stuff is not structural. What they were planning was the board to be the structure. Well, the board is not the structure because they did not keep the board waterproof. The fiberglass is just your waterproofer. That's all it's going to do for you guys, is keep your board waterproof. And this type of glass is not structural. Had they repaired this whole floor with woven, we probably wouldn't even be sitting here discussing this. Let alone, I'm going to do 3 layers of the 3708, 3809, 3809, I think. I'm not sure on the numbers, but it'll be in the description, and I'm sure I'll say it some more times. But see, the wood under here is still good. Okay, so the holes they drilled really were just to put expandable foam down in there. And I think they used the right type of foam, because that foam's pretty hard. The Home Depot foam, you can just kind of peel right out. That's some hard foam, so it's probably, 8 pound closed cell foam. Now that we've got this section ground back, you can see the hole, you can see the cut, and then over here, you can see our crack. Whoa, sorry about that, guys. Right there's the crack. So that's all the way through, it looks to be. And then here is the fuel tank mount right here. And those don't look too bad, except there's nothing really, I don't know that there's anything behind there without getting something and poking down in there. Same with this one, we'll poke those and see. What I'll use is, like an ice pick. It's a pick. In the tool world, we just call it a pick. But you could use a nail or anything else that's narrow and skinny. A drill bit if you have one small enough, which you don't up here. Screwdriver if it was thin enough, but it's really not because those are small screws that were in there. Okay. Feels like there is absolutely nothing there. Now, that is just that's one of the mounts for the fuel tank. That's just to keep it from coming forward and going, and then it can't go back. That keeps it from coming forward, and there's another set of mounts, which when I take it out, you'll see there's another set of mount right there that braces it. So it's got double bracing. And then the seats go over it. So I'm not, really worried that the fuel tank's going to be moving around too much. I think we're pretty good there. If we can re-solidify this floor, we'll be screwing through almost a 1/4 inch of deck of glass once we redo this. So that's plenty thick, guys, plenty thick. And at that point, the wood is not really for structure. At that point, the glass is going to take over for structure. Okay, so we've ground basically a straight line from here across. Now we're going to do a straight line from here across. But I think, so we're going to go assess our front deck right now, figure out what we want to do. And this is very important. for the longevity of your repair. Okay, I don't really care about anything else but the longevity of the repair. That's what I care about. And we've got several different options here. We can come all the way up to the front here. Well, our front deck is pretty good, and that's solid, good solid wood, no leaks. I might do one layer all the way up over the front to bind these screws in, so we don't have to worry about those screws wanting to back out and starting to see and start poking through the carpet like that one right there. I'll grind it off flat and flush because he's got them kind of catty-wonkered. So we'll grind it. We'll put one layer all the way across the floor, all the way up to here. First layer, okay? Well, actually, I take that back. We'll do one layer all the way to the top here. It's one layer. We're gonna have a strip right where you guys are sitting. So we'll look at the back first. And have a strip right here through the heavy wear. So this is the heavy wear area. Right here, you come into the bass boat, it's up against the dock, rarely is the driver's side, it's almost always the passenger side. You step here, and then that foot is up there, and generally people skip that, they step all the way down to right there, okay? Because, well, that's not flat. People don't like to stand on stuff that's not flat. So they literally step here, step down, and that takes all the brunt, and that's where most of the bad delamination probably started. And once these popped, once these two plugs popped, well, then any water that came in the boat when it rained washed right back underneath and into the new repair. And that new repair failed fast. So what we're going to do is all the way back to there. The fuel tank sits all the way back to that live well in the center. So we're going to grind all the way back to there. We're going to lay our first layer probably up to here. Actually, we're not. We're going to do one strip right across the center. Okay, so we're going to go all the way to the fuel tank. Actually, not quite to the fuel tank. To the edge of that last repair. We'll go just past that on the first one and all the way up, covering this hole and that hole, so in the heavy wear area. So that's our first layer goes down. Now our next layer that's going to go down is going to actually start up in here, okay, and cut back to that drain, right to the back side of the drain. So it's going to start at this edge. Now why am I doing that? I might even come to here, about the center of the drain, okay? Why would I do that? Well, that then makes this section a little bit higher, right? And that's going to try to channel water naturally down to here without it being super obvious. It's only going to be, when we get done, there might be that much of a raise, but that's enough to get the water to kind of flow back. In fact, our first one, I may follow the first one right around the back and kind of curve it. And then our second one may lay out a little more, but I really want double coverage. So I may bring the first one all the way out like this, like we were talking about. Then lay my second one to match, just barely overlapping by maybe an inch. And then my third one is going to cover the whole floor. Once that's in, that should be it. That should be a lifetime repair. That's going to channel the water off of this deck right down to where you want it. And if I follow that around, it will actually keep water from going under the carpet with dirt and pushing back underneath the fuel tank area is bad. It's going to try to channel it right into the front there. Now the other thing is, we could seed deck it and run channels right down to the drain. But you've got to get something that's going to channel that water to that center drain and in. Now that center drain, what are we going to do with it? Well, I'm going to get in there and I'm going to epoxy it heavily And there's a board in the backside I can see. Not sure what the deal is with that board. Let's take a look, see, because I don't know. I'm gonna drop you guys down a little lower so you guys can really see in this hole. How's that look? Okay, we'll get some light so we can all see. How about like that? Okay, that's a board. And that is like a 2x2 unglassed. So we're gonna fix that. All of this D-lam will fix. And then the wood right around here on the edge, what I'm probably gonna do is kind of get it cut out a little bit. And I'll take some glass and I'll come in here and wrap the edges and seal that so that we don't have to worry about that getting worse. At this point, we're trying to save it. You'll hear me say this a lot in its current condition. Sometimes that's possible, sometimes it's not. This one is. We can make it better than it was. But I've got to get back and get the rest of this ground out, guys. Whew. Grinding is hot, nasty work. I'm not going to lie to you there. That's why, you know, people don't really, you know, volunteer for it. Okay. I think you guys are good there. Now I've gotten rid of, obviously, all of my safety suit. We're just going to go back to grinding with a mask and safety glasses. Okay, so I gotta find my mask. What I did with it, there it is. Now, like I said, I do recommend though you grind with gloves always, and safety glasses if you're not sweating too much, which I am. There's no way. Sweating way too much. Okay, oh, losing part of my mask there. Okay guys, so now we're in the front. I gotta have my safety glasses now. I gotta figure out where we stuck them. Where'd you guys stick them? Stepping through there. There they are. I might put you guys on the chest mount in a little bit. Starting to pick up a lot of particulates, I think. Up here in this corner, I don't feel like I'm protected myself as well as I need to be. So I just switched to my heavier gear. Oh my gosh, guys. Holy. You guys can barely see anything through that camera now. Okay, let me grab the vac. It's probably not going to last long. This dust really kills it. Okay, so that battery kills, hold on. Whew. That battery kills that vacuum, sorry guys, kills batteries quick. I'm just gonna